Have you ever wondered why you're getting very many losses in agriculture? Yet, and lots of time they have told you agriculture is a very profitable venture. It's a very good venture that you can earn in lots of money, make millions of money. See, I've heard of those stories that agriculture is one of the things that which you invest in your money, you'll uh, earn lots and lots, and you're not seeing this fruit in your life. And you see, you've seen tons of examples of people who are actually benefiting from agriculture, but yet you are not benefiting from this venture as a farmer or as someone who is not really a farmer but wants to really invest in agriculture. You see, it's possible for you to earn from agriculture when you're not even inherently a farmer, when you've not had the background skills of farming before. Uh, but it's important that you understand uh, how to work it out before you even start anything, because it's going to cost you lots and lots of losses. You will injecting money, injecting more money, and injecting more money until you start to hate your life. You start to hate your neighbors, you start to hate your family, you start to hate your friends. Yet they're not the ones who call you into this thing. So I'm going to share the three biggest mistakes that are actually costing you not to costing your profits, that are not making you get the profits you're supposed to be getting from this venture of agriculture. So let's dig first into it. Number one, this is a common mistake I've seen many farmers do: having no benchmark, having no benchmark, or doing the agriculture investment alone. It's, you see, no man can watch themselves 360 degrees. Usually I tell people it's important that you, as you walk this journey, you have someone you look up to, you have someone that can help you correct mistakes. If I'm growing oranges, connect to someone growing oranges, connect to someone who has made it in the orange business. You see, at least they can see where you've not seen. So that's one mistake that you are making, that is really costing you very many losses, and you're not benefiting from the business you're supposed to be benefiting. To find someone who will work with you the journey. So sometimes things may not work out as really planned. You may apply all the sciences, all the science. You may do all the fertilizers. You may plant everything in time and make sure everything goes in time. But sometimes you need that person to encourage you to push on, because you see, the success of this venture may not be on the second shot. It could be on the third shot. And for you to have someone that is pulling you through, that someone that has made it through, and someone that is really earning through this venture, it can help you push ahead. So never make that mistake of doing a venture alone. Really have people you can have as a benchmark, people that can give you an assessment of what you're doing. People can, so don't grow alone. I know some people are so selfish, they want to do things alone. And yes, sometimes it's okay. You see, it's also okay to have that wisdom to understand who should work with me, who should not work with me, because some people are not there for your benefit. Some people are just there to fail you. But it's the world is designed that way. No man is an island. No man knows everything. Yes, you might be an expert in the oranges, but there's that one thing that you may not know that some other person knows, and that one thing is going to propel your business to the next level, to make you earn more millions. So never make that mistake of doing this venture alone and going through this venture alone. Always at least tag yourself to someone that you can do this venture with. Uh, that's very important. Then number two, um, not knowing, not giving yourself time to learn the agricultural principles yourself, the agronomy of a crop, what fertilizers are used when, what uh, what should I use, what in what rate, in what proportion should I use each this fertilizer. It is important that you, as someone that is doing also this venture, to know these things, to know the principles in agriculture. It does not kill you if you go and do a short course in something that you're doing. Do a short course, understand the diseases. When should I apply a pesticide? What kind of pesticide should I apply at this stage? when my plant is looking at like this, if I'm seeing spots, what do spots indicate? If I'm seeing lesions, what do lesions indicate? If I'm seeing some sooty forms, does that indicate? If my leaves are yellowing, is it a nutrient problem, or is it a disease problem? Because sometimes you can see a yellowing, it's a disease problem, and then you apply a nutrient nutrient counteract to counteract the disease. So it's important that you also invest in yourself. You see, to know it costs you nothing for you to know. It costs you nothing. Actually, it saves you a lot when you know some things for yourselves. It kills the time for you, the time that you'll have to invest in an extension worker. Sometimes, of course, sometimes you need the extension workers, but that's some minor things that if you know how to work them out, you may not need to call an extension worker. So also know the wisdom, know the principles that help you as a farmer to be aligned to what how the agronomy world works. How do I plant this? What kind of spacing do I use to this? Um, uh, the yield, how much do I expect if I plant using this spacing? If I don't plant in spaces, what does it cost me? If I'm planting on the hilly land, like you see my plant, this is an orchard of oranges. We are on a slopy part, so like what amendments can I do? You see, sometime back, I did not do this counter measurement. I became a reluctant a bit. I did not put canals within my my garden, and I it rained heavily a few months back. I think last month it rained heavily, and some of my plants were swept off by the erosion. The erosion was very heavy and swept off some plants. So that was something. If I'd awakened myself too early, I would work on it earlier. So that next time it rains, the next rainy season comes, my plants are safe. So invest in yourself, invest in agriculture, invest in knowing what to do, invest in knowing what to do. You may not know everything, but at least be somewhere, be knowledgeable about some few things. Like I say, there's some things you don't need to call an extension worker to help you out with, or to call someone, to call a friend. There's some things by virtue of course of knowledge that you've extended yourself to. You can just work them out by yourselves. And then thirdly, is the passion for this thing. You must build a passion and tenacity for this thing. And it's not actually just only a passion alone, but aligning the passion to the purpose of for which you have designed this. See, you can have a purpose for something but carry no passion for it. Of course, you will not invest energy in it. If I carry no passion for agriculture, of course i will I will not put more energy into it. But also, besides a passion, you should also put some purpose to something, because look at this venture as an entrepreneur, not just as someone who has passion to grow some fruits around. The end, what is the end of the business? Is it to make money? Is it to just feel good that I grew up some plants and wasted some little time? Because there's some people who do it as for passion. Someone who said, I'm just passionate about agriculture, I grow some few plants. But to your passion, please add purpose to the thing that you're doing, and that purpose will drive you through as you work out this agriculture thing. And lastly, I would say it's not sometimes really easy to do these things. It requires a little bit of patience. You see, like I've shared those three things, but those things also require a bit of patience to. Sometimes one man said it's important that you delay gratitude uh, before you get the fruit of something. You see, when you're starting something, sometimes it comes with a hardship. It comes with no one that starts something new does not find hardships. If you Same applies if you're just starting a habit. If you want to come up with a habit, there's usually some obstructions that come through when you're going to start a habit. So the same applies to this thing. If you're going to start really an agriculture project, it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of standing through. Sometimes you replicate it at the first time, first sight. You may not get everything at first hand, but the patience you carry to, if you know by the you're doing, but if you know you're doing the right thing, you see, you can do the right thing but not get the fruit of it right away. So if you know you're doing the right thing, it's also important that you carry the patience of this thing until you start to see the fruition of it. um yeah, you will be fine. You work on it, and the time will come and you'll be an expert in the thing that you're doing because you are patient in it. So the fruit, just know the fruit may not come. These plants can also teach us, when you plant the seed, you do not get the tree right away. The tree does not come, but you never underestimate the fruit that you get after a time, because when you plant a seed you get a tree, and a tree has very many fruits. You never know the person that you can become when you've mastered this skill and you've mastered this thing in agriculture, when you've started to make sales. You see, your improvement can be an improvement to many other people. Your change, your transformation can be a change or a transformation to many other people doing agriculture, many people who have lost the hope in agriculture. Because you see, we can't say agriculture has no value. People still eat food every other day, and we cannot separate ourselves from that. People still have to eat food every other day. For as long as they have to continue living on this earth, they cannot separate themselves from food. They'll have to eat food. They'll need the food. Even if someone fasted for how many weeks, still there's that thing that food has to cover the gap for. So you can still make it. This is my encouragement. You can still make it as an agronomist. You can still make it. You can still go through this, and you can still go through this work. So work it out. It will work it out, and I believe you'll have a great deal out of this agricultural thing. So just work on those three things with patience, and you'll be a better person. See you in a few. Thank you very much. Let me continue to work on my trees. Let me maybe show you a few of my trees that I'm working on. These are my orange trees that I'm kind of fixing. Yeah, and a few of those, and those continue. I just planted this last year. Yeah, and the whole other bunch I'm just going to clear, and yeah. Otherwise, thank you. We meet in the next feed. Bye. Ciao.